And there I was the girl from Suits.
This One's Wife, Adrift on Reality. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This One's Wife has been described as adrift on reality. Let's find out who's been saying this and the circumstances of it. This One's Wife, as reported by Martin Robinson in the Daily Mail, is a person adrift on facts and reality, the former editor of Vanity Fair said. Canadian journalist and author Graydon Carter, who ran the Society Bible for 25 years, has revealed that the Duchess of Sussex made a baffling complaint when he made her the magazine's cover star in October 2017. This One's Wife, who had recently started dating Prince Harry and was still playing Rachel Zane on Suits, thought Vanity Fair should be more interested in her charity work and philanthropy. This woman is slightly adrift on the facts and reality, Mr. Carter has said. This One's Wife was the star of one of Mr. Carter's final editions as editor of Vanity Fair in October 2017, which was entitled She's Just Wild About Harry. He has admitted that he initially had no idea who This One's Wife was when one of his team suggested her for the cover, asking them initially, "Why should we do a story on her?" His colleague swiftly replied, "Because she's going to marry Prince Harry." That paragraph neatly encapsulates everything about This One's Wife. Very few people actually knew who she was. She likes to rewrite history, driven by her narcissism to suggest that she was already widely famous when she met Harry, but she wasn't. Most people had never heard of Suits. Most people had not heard of her. If you said, "Who's This One's Wife?" they would go, "I don't know." And that included Mr. Carter. And the only reason why she was going to be placed on the cover was because of the man that she was marrying. In the same way that the only reason she has become famous and the only reason that she has become wealthy and the only reason that she's been given opportunities is not because of her, not because of her talent, because she has none, not because of her charisma, for she has none, not because she's a decent person, but simply because she married a prince of the realm. That she is only known by virtue of the man that she married. And that early incident sums up what has come to pass for her. That the only reason we all know about her and the reason that she's achieved wealth, etc., is because she married Prince Harry. The article continues by explaining when a Vanity Fair reporter interviewed This One's Wife, she apparently snapped, "Excuse me, is this going to be all about Prince Harry? Because I thought we were going to be talking about my charities and my philanthropy." It's hardly a surprise that This One's Wife reacted that way. First of all, she fails to recognise this. The only reason we're interested in you, love, is because of the bloke that you're marrying. If you weren't, nobody would want to know you. That, of course, is completely unacceptable to This One's Wife's narcissism. She matters because she's the most important person in the world, not because of who she's marrying. Harry's the lucky one to have her. Therefore, her narcissism cannot allow her to grasp this concept. You're only here because of Harry. You're only wealthy because of Harry. You're only famous because of Harry. You're only given these opportunities because of Harry. Her narcissism will not allow her to process any of that. Furthermore, because of her self-absorption as a narcissist, she can't stand the fact that it's going to be about Harry because that wounds her, it threatens her need for control, and she thinks that she's hugely interesting and therefore it should be about her and her charities and her philanthropy. Weeks after the interview was published, in November 2017, this one's wife's engagement to Prince Harry was announced in a statement released by his father. Mr. Carter, who was friendly with Princess Diana, Princess of Wales, has claimed that Harry's mother would feel great sorrow that her youngest son is estranged from Prince William and King Charles. Anytime someone comes between siblings, that's a disaster. Horrible for a family, he said. And as I've explained to you on many occasions, this is a common occurrence when a narcissist enters the arena. That because of the narcissist's need for control and fuel, that what actually happens is that the family becomes driven apart as the narcissist seeks to separate the more easily controlled spouse or partner from their family members. Describing how this one's wife became a cover star, Mr. Carter said, Jane Sarkin, who booked our covers, came in and said, "We should do a cover on this one's wife." I said, "I've no idea who that is." She said, "She's on Suits." I said, "I have no idea what that is. Why should we do a story on her?" So she said, "Because she's going to marry Prince Harry." He then apparently laughed as he recalled how this one's wife then challenged one of his reporters when she asked about her now husband. According to page 6, Mr. Carter raised his eyebrows as he recalled the story and said, "This woman is slightly adrift on the facts and reality." And he's not wrong. This is a consequence of this one's wife's behaviour. That this is what happens. Because her narcissism creates a distortion field around her through which she sees the outside world. And when the outside world passes through that distortion field, it's interpreted as against the matrix of control. Are these people under control or are they not under control? And she responds accordingly. Her lies become her truth. Events become revised. Insults are viewed as absolute hatred. A smile is interpreted as somebody wanting to jump her bones. It is entirely correct to say that she is slightly adrift on the facts and reality. Well, in actual fact, it's correct. But what would be even with greater accuracy is to say she is detached from the facts and reality, because that is what happens when a narcissist functions and operates. Carter also explained that he believed that Diana would be very sad to see the wedge between Harry and his British family. Speaking about how she would view Harry's isolation in California, he said, "I would think she, Diana, would feel great sorrow for her son to have been pulled away from his family like this, especially his brother, but also his father." It's not the first time that Mr. Carter has criticised this one's wife. In 2023, he predicted that her marriage to Prince Harry will last years rather than decades. He said he believes the Duchess of Sussex, who wed the Duke in 2018, has run rings around poor Harry to get money, notoriety, and a title. He said, "I would measure the duration of the marriage in years rather than decades. I think she's run rings around poor Harry and gotten what she wanted. Notoriety, money, and a title. His usefulness to her diminishes daily." He said he didn't think that this one's wife would make an acting comeback, but did say if there is a Real Housewives of Monty Shit show in the works, she'd be a shoe-in. Accordingly, although he may not recognise her as a narcissist, he certainly understands that she is adrift on the facts and reality, and you all know that's because of her narcissism. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.